What's up guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, and today we're taking a look at the Comp Clutch Twin Organic Clutch Kit. So let's just jump right into this by first explaining what is included. So of course you have the full clutch kit here with the pressure plate, the flywheels, the disc, and the pilot bearing already pressed into the flywheel. And of course you have the hardware for the flywheel to engine, the clutch alignment tool, a new throwout bearing, and some literature and instructions along with some Loctite. Now we got that out of the way, let's dive into what makes this kit really cool. So I'm gonna take off the pressure plate here. Now we've got the pressure plate off. This is your pretty typical and standard heavy duty pressure plate, as this clutch can handle 750 foot-pounds of torque at the wheels, which is incredibly impressive. Now looking at the actual discs themselves, this is where their organic in the name comes in, because they use a full organic, full face disc front and rear. Now of course you'll notice the lack of springs in here. So this is a solid hub organic clutch. Then of course we'll have our intermediate plate here. All right, now with our intermediate plate unbolted from the flywheel, we should be able to just lift it up easily like so. So you can see a solid intermediate plate. Now this is what's going to provide the friction between the front and the rear disc. Now, of course, we have the same disc on the engine side, utilizing full face organic material front and back. Now, you might be wondering, what is the benefit of going with, say, a full organic, especially when you're getting into a clutch kit like this, where you're going, let's call it a little bit exotic. You've got a full twin disc. Most of the time you're gonna see, a ceramic material, something pretty aggressive. Well, this is gonna provide excellent street manners, right? So when you're taking off from a stoplight, you're not gonna get that violent, almost harsh engagement that you would normally associate with a ceramic disc, because you have the, I'm not gonna call it soft, but a softness of the organic material to kind of help soak up some of that like instant bite. This will actually allow a little bit of slip. And so you get a much smoother takeoff and much smoother shifts. And then they've basically been able to remove the springs in the hub, because you still get a relatively smooth engagement, but you still get that instant transfer of torque like you can expect from a solid hub. Now the flywheel itself is a solid one-piece flywheel, all CNC'd machined, nice and lightweight. And is balanced from the factory with the pilot bearing installed. Now, of course, you do have to take this all apart when you go to install it. So you'll basically be at this point, what you'd want to do is clean the actual friction areas of the flywheel, intermediate plate, and the pressure plate, but you'll go ahead and use the included hardware with some Loctite, bolt that on. Then you are going to use your first plate here, and it does say transmission side, so you want to make sure you're doing that correctly. Then you're going to put on your intermediate plate. Use a little bit more Loctite for the bolts there, and the torque specs should be in the manual. Then you'll go ahead and put on your second plate there. And then finally the pressure plate, using the included hardware for that. Again, a little bit of Loctite, torque to spec. And then of course you'll want to line up everything with your clutch alignment tool. You'll want to keep the pressure plate to flywheel as you're installing it slightly loose, so you can have a little bit of wiggle room there. And then once you're comfortable with how everything is lined up, then go ahead and torque down the actual pressure plate bolts. Just a little tip there for you. But everything is ready to go out of the box. Now this one is specific for the 15 Plus WRX, but we do have these for a bunch of different vehicles. So if you've got a daily driver that you occasionally drag race, you take out to the track, you just like having fun with it, and you need a bunch of torque handling clutch, this is going to be perfect for you, because it still has excellent street manners, and it's just a fantastic kit all around. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments below. And if you guys are interested in this, I'll throw a link down below as well. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and comment, subscribe, like. Have a good day. Thanks, guys. See you on the next one.